Not that I'm really one to argue with Rick James, but f cocaine. Caffeine is a hell of a drug. Hey, welcome to episode number 122 of The Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille, and I'm here to tell you, I'm very serious when I say this, kids. Caffeine's not a drug to mess with. Now, I know that over the years, we're kind of falling behind in the war on drugs. I mean, everyone seems to smoke pot, and, you know, a lot of people with longer fingernails seem to snort coke, and then, you know, there's all these things going on, but I'm not talking about those drugs. I'm going to let the Saturday morning infomercials take care of that one, because I'm talking about one totally different. I'm talking about caffeine. Now, I'm not really one who ever really considered himself having a problem. I mean, I figured problems were more like, you know, the more standard drugs. I didn't realize that I was an addict, as they say. But apparently someone changed the rules, because last week I decided I was going to try something different. I wasn't going to drink Pepsi. I was going to cut myself down, more to save money than anything else. But I've been hearing a lot of stuff about aspartame lately, and I'm like, I don't really want my brain to do that, so maybe I'll start, you know, toning this down. That's when my brain got really angry, because last Thursday I woke up with a headache the size of Howard Stern's bank account. Yeah, it was huge. I mean, words couldn't describe it, but I was a trooper. I got up, I popped some liquid gels, and I went to work, because that's what normal people do, right? That is until I got to work and I realized that staring at a computer screen and doing stuff, you know, in front of a monitor really wasn't helping. To the point where I actually felt a little bit better when everything looked like this. Yeah, when I had my eyes closed, I had a little bit less pain, but it was enough that I was like, you know, shit's going on, I have to go home. So I went home and I crawled into bed, and I just kind of waited for this to go away. In the meantime, I popped some more liquid gels, but you know, I did what I was supposed to do to take care of myself, and it wasn't really helping. So Susan called and asked me how things were going, and she goes, "You haven't had Pepsi in a while, have you?" I'm like, "No, I haven't had it all week." She goes, "Okay, then I think that it might be, you know, caffeine related, because you're trying to take yourself off Pepsi and you went cold turkey." She came home with a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. I had a couple glasses. I didn't drink all 2 liters. I'm not that crazy. I had a couple glasses of it, and within minutes I was fine. So I realized that, you know, caffeine, you can have an addiction to it, and it's really not something you want to mess with. Which leads to the other side of the story, because this weekend I had a lot of stuff to work on, and I figured, you know, okay, I don't want to get headaches, so I'm going to have myself some Diet Pepsi. I bought a case, like a 12-pack, and, you know, I was feeling fine. And then somewhere in between working on the project and not paying attention, I happened to drink the following: 1 energy drink, 7 cans of Diet Pepsi, and I'm going to say 2, maybe 3 glasses of Diet Pepsi after that. Yeah, I know, for someone who was trying to wean himself off, I really kind of f***ed that one up. But that's okay, you know, I was on a mission, I had stuff I had to do, and I wasn't really paying attention. That is until 4 o'clock in the morning, because at 4 a.m. I really figured it out, because I woke up with a cold sweat, and, you know, I was shivering, and my face was all red and flush, and my muscles were doing this weird twitching thing. And I don't mean like the, you know, you're half asleep and you kind of twitch. I mean like it wasn't a seizure, but it was kind of weird, because my arms and legs were twitching involuntarily and I couldn't get it to stop. It was incredibly messed up. So I did what any normal person would do. I went to Google and typed in symptoms and listed these things, and you'll never guess what came off the top of the list, kids. That's right, caffeine overdose. I didn't realize there was such thing as a caffeine overdose, but apparently I was nailing symptoms like that, like hookers get nailed at the Bunny Ranch. I mean, it was all over the place. I was scoring like Crosby. It was amazing. And then I read the little thing at the end saying, you know, caffeine overdoses, although not nearly as serious as others, can be fatal. And I'm like, holy shit! Yeah, seriously. So take care of yourself, guys. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching episode number 122 of The Langille Show. You can check me out at thelangilleshow.com and youtube.com. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Langille. And Friday nights it's TLS Live. That show airs at 8 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Atlantic, 5 o'clock Pacific, and midnight GMT. I always have a lot of fun. I come out and talk about things. Last week we covered colonoscopies and getting drunk on Jägermeister, although not necessarily connected, but you can probably understand how they could be. Anyway, I'm going to be there this Friday. I hope you guys are too. Take care.